Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one that I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm.
It's Monday. Yay! Oh, welcome to the show, everybody.
I'm waiting for everyone to what the hell was that?
What was that? What was going on with that? But it's okay. Listen, guys, show notes, quick show notes. This is Defenders Live Mojo 50 Radio. New updates for things going on. Wanted to let you know. Mojo is pulling away from Facebook. So, yeah, so we're going to start doing it's Facebook doesn't like us, and so we're just going to start pulling out of Facebook as well. So we've got 5 minutes for you on the Facebook Live. After those 5 minutes, I'm cutting the feed, and you need to go check out the links that we have in the information section. So if you're on Facebook right now, love you guys. Please follow us to the new setup. It's Mojo TV over on the Mojo 50 page, mojo50.com/Mojo TV, or you can go over to Defenders Live on D Live. D Live is a brand new setup. We have channels there and everything else. Go check it out. You might like it.
Coincidence. It is just a coincidence that it is D Live. It has nothing to do with us whatsoever.
Exactly.
But yes, we are leaving the Facebooks because they are poo-poo heads.
Yeah, Facebook is poo-pooing everything. Thank you. Facebook is poo-pooing everything, and so we've decided to pull out. It is not premature. We've actually been in this way too long, and
been waiting to pull this plug for a little while. So
yeah. So
anyway, speaking of pulling plugs, Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah.
Pete Buttigieg, the guy who was the openly gay mayor that was in Indiana, supposedly is running for president. I say supposedly. He is actually running, but he's not going to get anywhere. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of call that one right now. Democratic presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, wait. You're talking about the same guy that everybody's touting as the next Barack Obama?
Yes. Which was ironic because originally the white Obama was Beto O'Rourke, and then he has pretty much cut off his own nads with a rusty spoon. So they've moved on now to this man, Pete Buttigieg.
Is he really?
Well, he is openly gay. So I think the name suits him.
Well, I thought his name was actually pronounced Buttigieg.
No, I'm enunciating it as it's being spelled. If he wants it Buttigieg, then by God, he'd better spell it that way.
Well, I mean, he's a judge of butts, is he not?
Touche.
Is he not a judge of butts? I mean,
at least one.
At least one. He judges at least one butt
that we know of, because he's married to it. We don't know any of the,
It happens to be a male butt, and that's...
How many of those butts he had to have gone through to get to the one that he decided to settle with forever?
Nobody knows.
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
It's from us to judge.
That's right. Buddha judge.
Buttigieg. Anyway.
What is it for us to Buddha judge?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's touche.
Thank you. Thank you.
So anyway, Buttigieg has called for everything, and he means everything, honoring Thomas Jefferson to be renamed.
Really?
Yeah, quote, yeah, we're doing that in Indiana.
Oh my God, for real?
I totes think it's like the right thing to do. Buttigieg said, the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, said on Friday in a radio interview with conservative host Hugh Hewitt.
Hugh Hewitt?
Now,
he was on the Hugh Hewitt show.
The Hugh Hewitt.
You know, I actually like Hugh Hewitt.
I do too until you say his name, and then I just get wrapped up in realizing that he must have gotten his ass beat a lot as a kid.
But have you heard his radio voice?
Yes.
It is
yes.
amazing.
It is good.
His
No,
radio voice is pretty baller.
He's got that down packed, kind of like Butt Gig does. Anyway,
Bye-bye, Facebooks.
Goodbye, Facebook.
Nah, it's gone. They're gone.
There's a lot, of course, to admire in his thinking and his philosophy. Again, this is a quote from Butt Gig.
Yes.
Referring to the author of the Declaration of Independence and the nation's third president.
Right.
Quote, but then again. But, if you plunge into his writings, especially the notes on the state of Virginia, you know that he knew slavery was wrong. And yet he did it. That's a half bell.
That's a half. Yeah, you only need a half bell for that.
Quote. The poll favors moving Jefferson's name from traditional events like the Democratic Party's annual Jefferson-Jackson dinner and from buildings, but not from history books. Quote, over time, develop and evolve on things you choose to honor, Butt Gig said. Naming something after someone confers a lot of honor.
Honor?
So I'm going to ask this. So why is it that they want to remove Jefferson from events like the Democratic Party's annual Jefferson-Jackson dinners, but not Jackson?
Because Jackson was a well-known Democrat.
Yeah, but okay, but
because they're all racist like Jackson.
Look, we know the real reason why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
But you're using the excuse of, oh, well, Jefferson was a slave owner, and he was this horrible person against people, and he was super racist, and blah, 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 blah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. When Andrew Jackson was very much an open racist. Like,
yeah.
Need to go back over the history of what he did to the Indians? Like, hello.
I gotta,
Bad man. And you're okay with that being there, but no, Thomas Jefferson, who openly said we're not supposed to have slavery, but it was the society at the time, and there was actually a spot where by law they couldn't not have slavery. Let's get rid of the guy who at least admitted he, shouldn't be doing this in this way, and therefore changed it as best as he possibly could.
But to be fair. To be fair, he admitted it, and Jackson never did.
No, and I agree, and that's what I'm saying is
Jackson never said that he was a racist or.
No, this is true. This is true. He very much was. He just did it. He was a man. He wasn't a man of many words. He was more a man of action.
And by action, you mean the Trail of Tears.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that.
No, let's not talk about that. Actually, you know what I do want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about,
I want to talk about your cell phone.
Well, why do we want to talk about my cell phone?
Well, because you, Dylan, don't have Patriot Mobile yet.
No, I do not.
I'm getting Patriot Mobile by the end of the month, Dylan. What are you doing?
I am giving money to progressives and progressive causes by paying the top line.
You darn right you are.
Big
You're
phone.
Darn stinking right.
Big phone who is turning around and just completely counter. The reason why we're getting away from Facebook.
Exactly.
I just paid for us when I paid my bill for us to not be on Facebook.
You just paid for them to block us on Facebook.
Yeah, I did.
That's what you did. And you know what? You should be ashamed.
I am aiding the enemy.
You should be ashamed.
I am ashamed.
Shame.
Spankings.
So much shame. You know what you need?
Do you want to get striked?
You're going to get striked. And at Patriot Mobile, you won't get striked. You won't get striked at Patriot Mobile. Instead, if you go to Patriot Mobile, you get more than you'll be part of more than $2 million that have already been contributed to help support your constitutional rights. Not only that, but they give Great service. Nationwide coverage for all their stuff. They also have plans starting as low as $25 a month for unlimited talk and text. That's not data included. That's just talk and text. But still,
What else do you need?
it's amazing if that's all you need. Visit patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Join us today and stop the left. Switch to Patriot Mobile today. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50.
That's true.
Don't don't be like me.
Don't be like him.
Don't be a Dylan.
Don't be Dylan. Don't be Dylan. Not today. Don't be like a Dylan.
Not
Instead,
today.
what you shouldn't. Well, actually, I should say what you also should not be like is Huawei.
I'm sorry about with who?
Huawei.
Huawei. You mean like the Wawas, like the
No,
gas
no, no, no,
station?
no. Huawei.
Uh-huh. Yeah. like,
Huawei.
you're saying it wrong. I think you're saying it wrong. It's pronounced Wawa.
No. That's
It's
that
a gas
is a no.
station.
That's a
Ben-
gas station. No, we're not talking about it. Stop
Like you
it.
cross in, especially in Virginia. You cross from across the North Carolina into the Virginia border. It goes up north. As you travel up north, they're called Wawas. Now down south, they're called kangaroos. Or
right.
yeah, actually they're kangaroos. But up north they're Wawas. It's the same thing, same exact setup and everything else.
Wawas. No. I'm talking about the technology provider for China.
Huh. Don't talk down to me. I know all about Huawei.
Right, because you thought it was that.
You
convenience
shut
store
up,
chain.
sir.
No. So Huawei, it's a government-run company. Okay, everything in China is government-run. If you didn't know that, then you're stupid.
Wait, what? They're government ran.
Every company in China is partially owned by the government. Thus, it is run by the government.
I am shocked.
Shocked. Color you shocked.
Color me shocked.
Right?
Paint me pink, smack my ass, and call me Sally.
Communist China owns every business in China.
I find that very hard to believe, sir.
That-
That is just the Western propaganda
You know what it is?
trying to poo-poo.
No. You know what it is?
Chinese,
You know
the
what
great
it is?
people of China.
It's this.
Inconceivable.
I know.
It is.
Right?
It is inconceivable. How dare you, sir, impugn the good name of the Chinese people?
Yeah. Well, so Huawei's in big doo-doo.
No.
Yeah.
No. Again, this is.
Well, see, the U.S. government is ongoing battle with China has now pushed into their telecom services. And let me explain a little thing to you. So China's been doing this whole we're gonna help the world thing, right? And they've been giving money to like different countries in South Africa, and they even built a building for their government, in South Africa.
We are the world.
Right. We are the
We
children.
are the children. Okay.
Anyway, so they did that,
Mm-hmm.
and Huawei was the provider of most of the technology that went into this.
good.
I mean, like cell phones, their laptops, and the computers and cameras and all the stuff there. Huawei was kind of there. All right.
Doing their part to help the world be a better place.
Exactly. They were doing their part, except for there was this weird thing going on. So every night,
Every night.
at around midnight,
Huh.
all of the computers and all the technology that was inside of this building would suddenly turn on and start sending its information
All by itself.
all by itself. It was just like somebody clicked a switch, and suddenly there's a whole bunch of information just flooding to they don't know where.
Well,
Turns
that's
out,
weird. That does not sound like anything that the great communist state of China would do.
oh, I know. It's crazy, right? But it turns out it is, because all the information was coming to China.
Allegedly.
No, they traced it. It's going to China.
Allegedly.
No, it's not allegedly. They definitely chased it. It was there, and
Allegedly.
No, for reals, it's there. All right.
That's true.
Yes, exactly. That's true. And so
Again,
the story continues on, though.
color me shocked.
I know, right? So the story continues on. China has been growing Huawei.
What?
Yeah, well, so Huawei is a big distributor of technology parts. So take for instance, okay? Take for instance, you have you need a new cell phone and you're in China.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You can go down to the local Huawei distributor
Okay.
and they just have different booths where you can pick up this motherboard, this cell phone case, this camera, and you can just take a whole bunch of stuff and you can piecemeal it together, make your brand new cell phone, and boom, Bob's your uncle. 5 minutes later, you got a new phone. It's pretty cool, right?
Wow.
Except for the fact that every single piece of technology that they have also has China's tracers inside of it, which means that they can turn on your camera whenever they want to. They can turn on your microphones whenever they want to. They can turn on your GPS whenever they want to, and everything else. So it come to find out, they did the same thing to all the cell phones that they produced and then sent overseas. Yeah. So the United States government doesn't want anybody actually watching over the citizens of the United States other than the United States government.
The United States, yeah, the United.
So they were really upset about the fact that China was spying on regular people through their technology.
The U.S. kind of has a monopoly on spying.
They do. The U.S. has a big monopoly on spying on American citizens.
Never give up any ground for that.
Exactly. So. They don't want anybody else to get through. So here's the rub. I was waiting. Okay.
Sorry, my phone lit up and I'm laughing.
You're like looking and laughing and everything else. So it's fine. So
yeah. Keys. Go ahead.
You have Huawei. Providing these cell phones. These cell phones then change over and provide all this information to China, and the America says no more, and not only no more, but we're also going to press Google. And so the United States presses China, and they press Google. And what does Google do? They say,
we have no idea what you're talking about.
Actually, that's exactly what happens. We don't know what you're talking about. Yep. That seems crazy. But
of course they're going to say that.
But they look into it, and they find out, oh, crap, they're right. So what do? Google Play is no longer going to be provided on any phone that happens to have Huawei tech. And it's all Android-based phones. Apple doesn't use Huawei.
So, yeah. So the next time somebody talks junk about how Android's better.
You've been tracked by China for the past 10 years.
Yeah. In your face.
So yeah,
neener. Again, who thought for a second that getting tech from China was a good idea?
Pretty much everybody.
But okay, let me rephrase that. Who thought that getting tech from China was a good idea, thinking that it wasn't going to be bugged or have something that was going to, I don't know, backfire and blow up in your face?
I know, right?
There isn't anything that comes from China as far as I'm concerned. Nothing. And I'm talking like a plastic bowl I'm going to look at suspiciously. Because them dudes are sneaky. They'll figure something out, some way of screwing me in the end, even if it literally is just a simple red plastic bowl. So but you're going to go, oh no, the tech is fine.
Oh yeah, but your kids are going to die from the poisons in the plastic.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right, exactly.
That's 22, my friend.
You know, if you're worried about dying, though, there is something you can do.
We have a new sponsor, something about coffins? Is that what we're talking about?
No, you can lose weight.
But you're dead.
No, if you're worried about dying.
Yeah, but losing weight isn't going to...
Look, most of us are overweight. We're Americans.
Stop looking at me.
I said most of us are overweight. We're Americans. Look, I know you don't know this, but I am actually overweight for my size. For my height.
That's because you just got screwed, though.
No.
You're too damn. No.
I'm 5'9", which means I'm taller than Tom Cruise. But
no.
Never gonna let that go.
Poor Tommy.
Yup, poor Tommy. But at the same point in time, I'm 185. I know you're like 185. I wish I was that. That was my cruising high school weight. But remember, I'm 5'9". It's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it is.
My high school weight was 135.
Yeah, I was I'm 6 foot, and I was pushing one. My lightest was I was at 164.
So personally, I'd like to get back either to 150 or turn the fat that I have into muscle. Either way is fine. But if you would like to just lose some poundage, if you'd like to lose some poundage, maybe you check out RigiZone. See, it's America's first weight management supplement of OEA. Oleethanolamide. And it's a natural metabolite. It's an olive oil. It's produced by the human body. It's formulated. RigiZone is formulated of OEA, which aids healthy weight loss. It's there to lower your calorie consumption during the day by making you feel full. And it also makes your metabolism more efficient. So it drives burning of the fat. Now, like I said, it comes from OEA. OEA is produced in olive oil. So you could just guzzle a bunch of olive oil, right?
That's actually what I'm considering doing.
Well, you might want to stop right there because your body needs about 12 liters of olive oil to produce the same amount of OEA as one bottle of RigiZone.
Oh, well.
And I mean, you might be saying, well, that's 30 days. 12 liters over 30 days? Maybe you can do that. You don't want to be that oily, bro.
I haven't even got through my first one yet.
You don't want to be that oily.
I can hold a tone. I can hold a note, though, for a little while.
Yeah, you could. Check them out today. Go to riduzone.com. Riduzone.com. That's RIDU. Zone.com. They have a special right now going on. 30% off when you get a 3-month supply. That's basically $20, same as downtown. Off when you get a 3-month supply. Go check them out today.
Yes. Okay.
Over on the Twitters.
That's what I'm backing up on right now. I'm backing up on the Twitters.
Back it up.
Picky Pool.
Uh-huh.
Jackhole is actually, he's very happy about our new opening.
I'm glad he is.
Very excited. The Holy Grail opening.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan was very excited when we came up with that, too.
I was. When the idea came out, I was like, yes! Steven was like, oh, I got to change stuff. I'm like, I don't care. It's gold. And he's like, and now he's like, I like it.
It's good. Yeah. Zig the Trucking Gator over on the MeWe says, at Stephen Airy, I'm 5'9" and 205. Shut your face. Yeah, well, James in Louisiana is 6'4" and 200 pounds, and he's a twig.
Oh, y'all all shut up. I'm 6 foot and I'm 255 last I weighed myself.
Yeah. Asking for a friend Jackhole over on the Twitter says, I would highly recommend this book for Buddha Judge.
Yep.
It's The Jefferson Lies by David Barton. Amazing
that was
book.
A country song? Jefferson Lies. Oh, sorry. If anybody listens to country, they knew that joke. Anyway.
Wait. Sorry. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Dude, did you know that their Facebook feed just dropped? # arm yourselves.
Yes.
We did it on purpose. We didn't just drop it.
We said it at the beginning, if you were listening.
We were telling you it was going to happen.
Just a heads up.
Pay attention.
Anyway, Doc Thompson also got run over by an Amtrak. I should say also. Also, Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. Let me say it that way.
There you go.
At Dylan Lyles, losing weight will be greatly appreciated by our pallbearers. And that's
true.
I seen a video the wife was showing me where there's these people, some African country or something somewhere, or Haiti or something like that. But the pallbearers were trying to dance, and they were getting down with the music. And all of a sudden, somebody slipped and tripped, and the whole thing fell down, and the casket fell open, and the body fell out, and they just walked away. I'm like, what the hell do you do at that point? Why are you dancing?
Look, man, if you're stop it. Don't dance at a funeral unless you are not carrying the body. Look, if you have the music going and it's Louisiana and the whole big thing, and you're going down the street, and I get it.
Yeah. If you're,
but don't be the one dancing and carrying the dead body, okay?
You're out there in Louisiana somewhere and you're doing that. That's fine, but. And one more from Doc Thompson. Got run over by an Amtrak. Drinking excessive amounts of olive oil would be great for people who have stock in Fruit of the Loom.
I'm going to let that go. That music right there means that it's time for commercial break. So we'll be right back right after this. timing on everything. I think my timing's off by about 20 seconds on the actual sounder now. The actual sounder now is 20 seconds off. I've got to change that again.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Zig's pissed off. Alyssa Liza's song about an abused girl. I know the song very well. Matter of fact, I grew up with the guy who sang the song. I go to church with his mama and his sister and his brother. I know what the song is, okay?
Wait, sorry, which one?
Okay, calm
Which
down.
one?
Come on.
Which song?
Alyssa Liza.
Oh.
It's the song I was referring to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
apparently Zig's got his thong in a twist, so.
But dude, we know the peoples. All right.
I know the peoples. We know the peoples very well. I've known that family for almost 30 years now. Long time.
A long,
good
long
Lord,
time
man.
ago.
I know. Dear Lord, have mercy. And these the weekend. God, I'm getting old, man.
Are you though?
I am. And I also love how everybody on the MeWe's is butchering the hashtag just to make your eye twitch.
Well, that's why I'm not looking at the MeWe's at the moment.
Every single one of them, they're doing it in every way they can think of.
Arm yourself.
Yep.
Thanks.
I seen an extra F-fa put in there.
F-fa. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
It's great. So good. 73-pound gator with a baby face. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. You can see that. All right, so the timing is off. So this is going to be really awkward here, but I think we're going to be silent for the next like 20-some seconds. Shh. And we're back.
We are back.
That makes me happy because at least we know that that's part is good. That's fine. I'm good. All right. We're back on track.
Everything should be on track, right?
I don't think so. I really don't because that.
I haven't gotten a text from Ron. You haven't gotten a text from Ron.
Yeah, I think we might be all right.
I think we're okay.
Okay. I think we're good. We're good.
Right. Well, if not, then we'll get called by HR later.
That's true. That's true. We could be as bad as this guy, Tennessee church gunman.
There's a gunman in Tennessee?
Yeah, well, it happened in 2017, so he's just finally getting his sentence.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Nothing like, and I get you need to.
Well, he's getting his days in court. Let's put it that way.
Well, I was going to say, I understand that there's, the courts pile up. I understand that. I also understand that, you kind of have to make sure that everything's in order. You have to get, the defense needs to have its opportunity. The prosecution needs to have its opportunities to make sure everything's in a row. And I got all that. But this is a little excessive. I would.
Well, so Tennessee. Here's the thing. Tennessee church gunman. He hoped to kill 10 white congregants to avenge the Charleston, South Carolina massacre from 2015.
So, hope to kill 10 white congregants.
Yes.
To avenge the Charleston. So, so my brain just says, so this guy literally was just going to walk in, and if he was able to pull it off, bang, 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 10 done. And then he's going to go, all right, and then turn around and what? Hang out with the rest of them until the cops showed up? Or go, all right, I'm done. Peace out, y'all, and roll.
Maybe. I don't know, but apparently, so he's black. The shooter is black.
What? That's no. Well, I would figure, would be considering that I've never known like a white person to turn around and say we have to kill a bunch of white people to avenge something.
Yeah,
or make something easier, except for when you're talking about killing unborn babies. But that's a
whole nother. I mean, that's just But black man accused of killing a woman and wounding 7 others at a Nashville church in September of 2017 was trying to kill at least 10 people who were worshiping to avenge the June 2015 massacre at the Charleston, South Carolina church that was predominantly black.
Somebody didn't do their homework.
No, see, this guy said, and I quote, Dylan Roof is less than nothing, because he wrote this down in a note.
Well, I completely agree with that.
And he said, quote, the blood that 10 of your kind will shed is the same color upon RBG Pan-African flag in terms of vengeance.
See, now you've lost me. Is that
The note included an expletive and ended with a smiley face.
Wait a minute. So hold on. Go back to that. The blood of 10 of your kind will be shed. Is that the color upon the RBG flag?
Yeah.
I didn't know Ruth Bader Ginsburg had a flag. When did that happen? I understand she's been around since probably the beginning and helped Betty Ross, sew the first flag. But
at the same point in time,
I'm just saying, did she have like a deal where like, hey, I will help you if you give me my own flag?
Yeah. No. See, it's not RBG. It's.
That says RBG. I'm reading it.
Well,
RBG.
not that RBG is what I'm saying.
And the brackets say Pan-African, which then I understand nowadays, 2019, Pan has something to do with gender. So I'm really confused now.
So gender sexual, a gender African.
Like that's some kind of a pansexual. Like from my understanding, is somebody who just pretty much does whatever moves. Just supposedly that's what like Deadpool's supposed to be, is pansexual.
Ah,
pretty much will do anything if it's attracted to it, human and otherwise. I guess I don't know. So, but I don't know. I just find that very confusing.
Yeah. Well, see here, it's all very confusing. It says, quote, this state will prove beyond all reasonable doubt that on September 24th, this defendant, not going to say his name, went to the Burnett Chapel Church of Christ and intent to kill and murder a minimum of 10 white churchgoers on that day. They said, you won't have to take the state's word for it, though.
Well,
because
I mean,
he kind of wrote it out himself. I'm just saying. That's there.
He was kind of there. He kind of... I don't think it's going to be that hard of a case. See, This is the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, this is literally an open and shut case. He basically penned his own confession.
Yep.
He was obviously caught at the scene.
Doing the deed.
And not like, $20 same as downtown good deed, but like a deed. And they're waiting almost 2 years to get his date in court. Why? Because... I don't know. What for what reason logically would you need to have the case or to have it?
You have to do the court thing. You have to do the court thing.
2 years?
It doesn't matter how long it takes. Look, he's been in prison for the past 2 years in holding basically. And now he's finally getting his day in court.
No good. And it's going to spend another, year to 2 years of deliberation and crap.
Yep.
And then he's going to get sentenced, and then there's going to be
So you know how it's going to go. That's just what it does.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Now, see, here's the good thing is only one person out of the 10 died. 7 were injured, and they were all fine afterwards.
That's
So given the circumstances, his intent was to kill 10. He only got 1.
Yeah.
And 7 injured. Not
Grace
bad.
God right there for sure.
Praise God for that. These people were protected from that.
Yeah.
Because his vengeance was 1, not necessary, and 2, of ill repute.
Yeah. No,
also, vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's biblical. So someone who
just saying.
This is what happens. You can't take this kind of crap. I'm still shocked of it's 2 years. 2 years, man. Or going on 2 years. It was September 24th of 2017 is when this went down.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And you're going, it's okay, a year and a half. I mean, does it really take that long, open and shut case? And again, I understand there's a lot of crap, but are you kidding me? Come on, man. Y'all need to. I remember there was a time and place. When I was in Singapore, like those people, we were talking about it one day. Like they're not Singapore, it's Australia. I think is one point. Like they're fast. Like there's no playing around. And we used to be that way too. America used to be that quick. Once you were sentenced, you had a brief point that you could kind of petition stuff to say, hey, okay,
that's nice.
I have this, or I want to argue this. And if it was found and cleared that it might be a legal thing, then they would carry it over and they would, you get your appeal or whatever. But other than that, pretty much you were convicted, you were sentenced, week's time, month at the latest. Your
Done.
feet swinging.
Yep.
And
you're
that's
there.
what it should be.
It is really, but they now have, because the system is so corrupt, okay? The system is as corrupt as it is, and it causes a problem. Now, technically, because of how corrupt it is, you can't do that. You have to give people not only their first trial, but they're also their appeal and their secondary appeal and their tertiary appeal.
You get one appeal. I don't understand why you think you can go to other appeals. If you have a legit thing saying, okay, okay, you're a single black guy in a complete room entirely of white people, which I hate the whole race thing, but okay, fine. Someone might argue and say, maybe, okay, but there comes a point where you kind of, it should be, and we've lost those days, I know.
Yes.
There should be a point where it should be obvious, where you go, you're screwed.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he wrote it out. He was caught at the scene.
Yep.
He admitted to everything. It shouldn't have taken 2 years to get to this point, and it damn sure shouldn't take several appeals and another, 30, 40 years or whatever to execute the sentence.
You know what could have fixed this entire situation?
Public hangings.
No, if somebody actually went
public hangings.
No, if somebody had their gun, maybe they should have all gone to Tar River Arms prior to going to church.
They should have.
Mm-hmm.
They should have.
I believe they should have.
I do as well.
Yes. Well, you carry at almost all times, and as soon as I get my nice new holster, I'll be carrying.
Yeah, you will.
As long as I'm not going to work, because they don't allow those on campus there. But
of course not.
No, of course not. But that's beside the point.
That's a discussion for another night.
That's a whole nother. It's just.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
That's right. Everybody knows you never go full retard. But here's the best part about it, guys. You can go to Tar River Arms. That's TRAguns.com. TarRiverArms.com. Either way, it's America's virtual gun store. They've got great guns, great prices, and a great service. And you can use the promo code MOJO50 at checkout. When you do that, you get a $25 gift card and free shipping on any purchase over $600, which is very simple to do when you're buying guns. I mean, honestly, it is very simple to do when you're buying guns. Now, the best part about all this, it's not going to be a virtual gun store, or only a virtual gun store, for much longer.
Wait.
Exactly. Tar River Arms is now getting a full brick and mortar location.
So excited.
I know, in Wake Forest, North Carolina.
Just down the road from us.
Just down the road from us. We're gonna be there for the grand opening. We're gonna have a bunch of people there. We're gonna have some good treats. We're gonna have some good giveaways. It's gonna be amazing. And I'm sure there's gonna be some jackals going there as well. I think they're kind of treating it as like a secondary jackal meeting there, Mojo50.
There might be one or two popping in.
July 9th.
Yep.
Mark your calendars. July 9th is the grand opening. If you come early, stay late. That's all I'm saying. TarRiverArms.com. TarRiverArms.com.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
So, quick story before we...
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak.
Okay. Sure.
Perfectly fine with a very short time in prison, depending on the amount of suffering prior to the death in prison.
Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak as well. What happened to the right to a speedy trial? 2 years isn't speedy.
No, I would actually...
You're on point. Dad.
That's actually the opposite of speedy,
That
actually. I call me crazy.
It's not very speedy.
I'm just saying.
True. Well...
Sarah the Jackhole,
Uh-huh.
saying hopefully this dude gets a long time in prison. We agree.
I don't agree. I believe he should get death.
No, well, no, no, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
I just want it whatever gets done to him. I want it executed quickly.
Ah, so you'd like it expedited.
Yeah, I want it. I want whatever it is to be quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's always the best thing. Quick, fast, in a hurry is always the best way to go here. Now, speaking of quick, fast, in a hurry, there's been some long-standing restrictions on trade between Japan and America.
Yeah, the whole.
There's been a major beef. I've got to say it. There's been a huge beef.
See what you did there with
Oh.
the beef thing.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
they've with being part of actually a big part of starting the World War II and kind of actively attacking us.
Not
and then
just that, but also the mad cow disease from American cows.
Well, but no. I was gonna say when you get to a point where you think that you can just take on a country because they are trying to be, I won't say neutral, but basically when you pick on somebody and that somebody turns around and beats the snot out of you, looking at you, Japan, you turn around at some point, you just kind of start to kowtow to whatever the original. You're welcome. Whatever the original nation wanted to do, and in this case, Japan can't pretty much have its own military anymore. There's a lot of things that they are not allowed to do or have, mainly because of what had happened in World War II. And I will admit, and this is part of it, not all of it, but there's a big part of it that's also has to do with America kind of flexing, saying, oh well, this is how we're going to do things, and Japan's kind of sucking it up. So,
well, let's not.
Sounds dirty. Now
we're not trying to sacrifice the golden calf here, nor are we trying to beat the meat, as it were. But what I do want to get across is that Japan has now ended the restrictions on American beef.
I just thought of a sounder we need to have.
Oh gosh, no.
That's actually a good one. This will work for everything. Anyway.
Okay, so there was a restriction on American exports to Japan up until now.
Yes.
The reason why? That Wagyu beef. It takes a really long time to make, and so they don't actually have beef over Japan very often, and it's very expensive. So they're now starting to import American beef, which is great for us because we have huge cattle farms, and that's also a nice little export trade.
And we have a lot of debt.
That needs to get paid.
Yes, and so if we get Japan to pay to buy our meat, then we can turn around and start paying off China.
Yeah, and then maybe beat back those communists.
We're not beating the communist meats. We're paying Japan, or Japan's paying us to beat it.
We're beefing up Japan, is what we're saying.
It's just so nasty. Asians.
We're gonna beef up Japan. That's what we're doing. Oh. You know what's great? You know what goes great with beef?
Something from Nostalgia.
Yes.
I knew that's it. I'm trying to think. I'm
the
writing
Nostalgia Grilling Sampler Pack.
Yes, that's it. Sorry, the sampler pack. Because that's what do you do with beef? You grill it.
That's right. And you can get it today. Go in 20 minutes. Go to Nostalgia over at mojowildrice.com. Get the grilling sampler pack. Use a promo code GRILL10, and if you order it today, not only will you get 10% off, but it'll be at your doorstep for the weekend.
Because what is this weekend? Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
I
was asking you.
Me?
I was asking you.
Oh, I thought that was a rhetorical question. I'm like, come on, what are you doing?
Well, it was partly a rhetorical question,
right,
but I was expecting an answer back. But anyway, yes, Memorial Day weekend, and what better way to impress or be the envy of your neighborhood
than with good meats to grill with grilled seasonings, such as your salt-free garlic and herb seasonings for your meats and vegetables and potatoes with a oil or dry rub, your jerk seasonings. Those for your salmon, your pork, or chicken, because everybody likes a jerk chicken. Your raspberry wine jellies for your marmalades and things like that. Jalapeno pepper jams, which are amazing.
Because who doesn't love a good pepper jam?
Yep, and they also have a little bit of maple sugar there, which is great to get that caramelization on your meat. You know, when you grill it just right and the flames lick the underside of the meat and it just caramelizes perfectly.
You know how you get your meat caramelized.
Yeah.
A lot of heat and a lot of friction.
Yeah, exactly. The flames lick the underside, and it's beautiful. Go to mojowildrice.com, mojowildrice.com. Use the promo code GRILL10, and you can get this grilling sampler pack for 10% off. And if you get it today, it'll be to your house by Friday.
Because that's what you need. Again, it's the weekend. That's what you need.
That's right. You need it for the weekend. Now,
living for the weekend.
It's time.
Well, Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
And that guy in Louisiana.
That guy?
A long time in prison for a long time in the grave and a short time in jail for folks convicted of capital crimes.
Well, I can see that.
I might could get behind that.
Maybe so. So, it's Monday, guys.
What is Monday?
Monday means
something.
Monday means that it's back to the grindstone.
Yes,
so here we go. Where we last left our hosts. I'm waiting for the. Thank you.
Every time I hear you doing it like that, I'm like, daggone it, like.
We need like a little superhero background there.
I was thinking something just like that.
Look, guys, we were stuck on prayer. We were stuck on prayer, getting things going through. But today we're going to start a new pillar of understanding.
Yeah, we are, because we got to move on.
Yeah, we do. You can't just stick it on prayer. I mean, if you guys have any questions, we'd be glad to answer them. We're not perfect. We don't have all the answers, but we have a book, and we have another book about that book. And then we have a bunch of educational material that we can refine and send to you as well.
Pretty much. And we got enough connections between seminary and everything else. So I think
we can make it happen.
We can find it. You got to let us know. info@doaeshow.com. Yep. We'll get you handled. Anywho.
We can pass it on. If we don't know it ourselves, we can pass it on and get you an answer. So let's talk about some worship.
Let's talk about it, because people might be slightly
confused,
misunderstanding. Yeah, they might not fully understand what worship actually is. I think a lot of people, I know a lot of people think that worship is kind of that thing you do for the first 10 or 15 minutes of a church service, where you stand up, sit down, you got a book in your hand, you sing a song, you raise your hand up, and you
doing that thing you do.
You do that thing, that voodoo that you do so well.
Yeah,
you check to make sure that, that's when you realize whether or not you put deodorant on that morning before you ran out the door. And
because you raise your hands.
And that depends on how high you raise your hands. You didn't know
that?
You can always tell who's sure because of how high that hand goes, and some of them who aren't exactly sure, it kind of stays out there.
Hey man, I'm a hands in the pocket sort of guy. I'm a hands in the pocket sort of guy. I sit there.
But that's not true. It's not true. That's not all worship is.
Right. That is not all worship. Actually, worship is nowhere close to
but
that.
There's more to it than that.
Well, that's not even close to what it really is. Worship is a heart response to God.
Yes.
Okay. People break it down to bow down and kiss the hand. Okay, sure. It's a response by us of adoration, humility, submission, and obedience to God.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's only for God. It's not for us. It's not because we have a bunch of people around us. It's not a check the box situation. You don't go to worship.
Yeah, check just FYI, checking the box is a bad thing.
Yeah, if you're checking the box, you're in religion.
You're wasting time. You're wasting
You're really just making yourself feel better.
You could just sleep in.
and maybe you'd have a better day. You might be much happier if all you did was just sleep in instead of checking the box. If that's all you're doing is checking the box, the stress
think
level.
about it. If you just quit checking the box, you could beat everybody to lunch.
Mm-hmm.
You could beat that afternoon church crowd.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's true.
It
so
is true. It's
That's true.
So what are some guidelines, right? What are some guidelines for it? Well, you can find guidelines in Mark 7, verses 6 through 8. I'll let you read that. Mark it down.
homework, people.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing everything for you.
John 4:24. Mark it down.
There will be a quiz next week.
Yes, there will. Look, your spirit is your heart, all right? That means being real, being true. Not only to yourself, but to God.
Yep.
To have truth is to be true to God's word. Okay, that's the understand that your worship is true to Him, not true to the people around you. Once again, if you're worshiping for the benefit of those around you or for yourself because you want those around you to give you praise, then you're doing it wrong.
Yep.
See, it's
because the Bible kind of makes that clear that if you do anything down here just for the attention of people around you down here,
you're doing
then
it
that's
wrong.
As far as it goes.
Yep.
You're gonna get whatever reward, whatever quick pat on the back, whatever it is. That's it.
See the Pharisees where they trounce around their precious clothes and they get the kissing of the ring, and I tell you right now, there is their reward.
Yep, that's it. You want your pat on the back right now, and you get, oh, well, he's just such a look at him. He's just a just a fine person.
Fine, upstanding young man. Yes, he is.
Upstanding young man. That's as far as you get.
Yep.
Because God ain't impressed. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the whole point. You're supposed to be doing this because of your response to what God has done for you, and not to basically, and pardon the expression in this situation, but you're not there to kiss everyone else's ass. You're there to show God who He is, and that you know who He is, and you are thankful that He was allowed the situation, allowed His Son to come down and die for your sins.
That's right.
Because that's the whole point of it is.
Exactly. See, worship is a surrender. It is something that you do to surrender yourself to God. Look, I will give you this one. This is Romans 12:1-2. It says, "Therefore I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is the spiritual service of worship. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is. That which is good and acceptable and perfect."
Yep.
It's a submission of faith. It's not a placation on your faith or your understanding of what God is doing. It is not for everybody else. It is for God and God alone.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we talking about here? Well, just like with Bible study, man, you have to have some sort of daily ritual.
Yep.
Why not 10, 15 minutes of this?
It could be anything. It could be, and it doesn't have to, again, this is the other part. It doesn't have to necessarily be singing.
No, it doesn't have to be singing. Praise and worship can be anything.
You trying to align yourself with God and show an appreciation in that aspect with your heart. That is what worship is. It could be you feel convicted to hand the guy on the corner a buck or two.
That could be an act of worship right there.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, it doesn't have to be necessarily that you throw on, an Amy Grant's, which she was never really Christian in the first place. But anyway, she was back in the 80s. There's that whole, you could put on insert, your Christian group here. You don't have to put one on and sit in your car and turn the volume up really, really loud and just kind of let it rip. Or
Look, your act of worship could be praise and worship. It could be singing. It could be serving. It could be, just being out and helping people. Your act of worship is just as numerous as there are people. Right? So it could be any of this stuff. It really could.
yeah.
Now,
Trying to read this thing.
that's okay. Now, before we leave, let's get the bell counts for today. Yeah.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day. Today we had 7 missed innuendo bells, 68 actual bells, 23 creepy Uncle Joes, 3 AOCs, and 2 horns, giving us a grade of A for the day. Peace out. See you tomorrow.
There you go.
Another A.
Another A. We're making it better, better and better and better on a daily basis. Look, folks, DOAEshow.com, DOAEshow.com, D Live, Defenders Live there. Go to Mojo50 at mojo50.com/Mojo TV. Check us out. Till then, later, folks.
Ah.